opening power bills to an unpleasant surprise. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with people across the peninsula wondering how they can afford to pay their power bills. We've heard from multiple people that bills for gas and electric specifically are just way too high, including power bills in Seaford, Milford, and chiefly Delmarva Power. Bills are exponentially higher than normal. Customers say tonight we look at these specific costs and some of the causes of the high bills. We begin in Milford.
And that's where people are heating up and plugging in Milford, and some people having that sticker shock when they are opening their recent bills. And that's where Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken joins us live in Milford. Emma, you spoke with people who are paying hundreds of dollars more than the month before.
Maddie, if you follow me over this way, we're outside of one couple's house that we spoke to earlier, and they tell me they have not seen an energy bill this high in their 4 years of living here. They have City of Milford Electric, and they want answers. Jerry and Vivian Donnelly say their City of Milford electric bill jumped $400 this month.
I think we need some answers, and nobody has an answer so far. I think they need to address the situation and explain why it's gone up so drastically for people.
The Donnellys say they didn't change their usage. For people like the Donnellys with City of Milford Electric, their bill increased significantly. But other people we spoke to off camera with City of Milford Electric or Delaware Co-op said their bills went down. For City of Milford Electric, their reasoning is the weather. This January was an average of 9 degrees colder than January 2024 and 15 degrees colder than 2023. The city says this made the average household usage 12% higher than the last 5 Januaries. Martha Timlin says it's been a combination of ups and downs in her house.
Oil and gas, we've seen an increase in those prices. It's in keeping for what fuel prices are like around the country. And given the increase in how cold things are, but electricity prices were actually slightly lower.
Some people in Milford are feeling the shock as the energy bills surge. The City of Milford says heating and air conditioning make up about half of energy bill usage, and they recommend turning your thermostat down 1 or 2 degrees to reduce heating time, as well as sealing gaps on windows and doors. In Milford, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
And it's not just Milford. Delmarva Power customers are seeing big bills, and today lawmakers convened to address Delmarva Power's recent utility bill hikes. Dozens of customers shared their concerns during the hearing, while lawmakers sought to get clearer explanations. Delmarva Power attributes the increase to higher energy usage during this recent cold snap and says regulations and infrastructure improvements are one reason why supply and delivery costs are higher. However, both lawmakers and customers are calling for further clarification on the factors behind the rising costs.
I think we need better answers. I think they need to do more than just say, we're not going to come at you if you fall behind. I think they need to come at us and say, here's how we can lower the charge. Here's how we can lower some of the costs.
And here's some good news. Delmarva Power says it's not charging for late payments for January and February and allowing people to pay later.
Delaware Republicans from Sussex County are introducing a bill to redirect greenhouse gas initiative rates to ratepayers, as well as revisit legislation that changed Delaware's energy portfolio. Gerald Hawker and Brian Shoup saying, quote, Delawareans are facing an unsustainable rise in electricity rates, placing an undue financial burden on families and businesses. We and our colleagues have heard from countless constituents pleading for relief, and we are committed to taking action, end quote.
And this is not the last time Delaware lawmakers will discuss this. The Senate Environment, Energy, and Transportation Committee is meeting Monday, February 24th to talk about Delaware's energy policy, supply, and reliability. All of which brings us to our Coast TV poll this evening. We want to know, have you noticed higher utility bills recently?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. Wow, it's changed. 77% say by a lot, 15% by a little. Only 1% now say costs went down, and 7% say no big difference.
If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that. Go to coasttv.com or use the mobile app. You can also send us a comment if you would like to. We'll show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11.